On December 10th, 2021, an EF3 tornado touched down at approximately 8:27 p.m. in Edwardsville, Illinois. The tornado struck the south side of an Amazon warehouse, causing extensive damage. As a result of the collapse, 6 employees who took shelter in a single restroom would lose their lives. Operational disruption would result from the disaster, which transformed into a scansus following a lawsuit.
For this assignment, we decided on 3 objectives. The first objective is to share information, the second objective is to change behavior, and the third objective is to change beliefs. The strategy for achieving Goal 1 is to develop an app called Amazon Workspace. Basically, what this app does is it connects all employees to a central database where they can have mass information spread and they can have messages sent in real time. Our second goal is to change behaviors. With that being said, the behaviors that need to change are internal to Amazon. Amazon has a reputation for not putting the health and safety of its employees first, and we would like to change that. Our third goal is to change beliefs, and this will be as a result of the 2 previous goals. In order to change the public's perception of Amazon needs to inherently change. The public's perception of Amazon and its treatment of employees is not entirely wrong. So, in order to improve that perception, we have to improve the treatment of the employees. And because of our objectives, we have created a theme. The theme is delivering prime care the Amazon way.
The internal timeline of our crisis management team's operation here, we would post an alert at 7:30 p.m., which is about an hour before the tornadoes actually hit. But this alert would be to the employees of worsening weather conditions. But by 8 o'clock p.m., we would want everyone to seek shelter. And then 8:10 p.m., we would fill out a safety report prior to the disaster occurring, to let upper management know of whereabouts of everyone on staff. And 8:45 after the tornadoes hit, we would make sure the coast is clear and check to make sure everyone is safe in the facility. And then by 8:50, we would complete another safety report of the post-disaster, and also informing upper management of the outcome, what happened. But less than 24 hours after the crisis occurs, we would need to send out condolences along with future plans of the company regarding the crisis. And then external timeline, it's very similar but slightly different. So at 7:30 p.m. we would also post on Instagram a weather update to let everyone know in the community that the tornadoes are about to come. And then by 7:45, we would post an alert to employees and civilians in the area to seek shelter. And we would do this on Instagram as well. But 9 o'clock p.m. after the tornado occurs and we filled out a safety report, we would confirm the damages on social media, and that would be Kelly Nantel confirming that data. And 9 o'clock also, it could be a couple minutes after, but we would also confirm Amazon's focus of helping the first responders that are on the scene, helping the situation. That would be Kelly Nantel as well. And then less than 24 hours after the crisis, we would send out condolences to those affected, and we would complete a satisfactory post on social media regarding future plans on how to overcome the crisis. So that would be another Instagram post, very similar to the internal timeline, but these are more specific.
So as you know in class, it's important that the CMS is composed of multiple people with varying specialties and backgrounds. Because of this, we have 6 people that make up our CMS. First off, we have Jeff Bezos, and the reason that we added him into our CMS is because of the outrage from stakeholders after he didn't respond initially when the crisis first occurred. The second person that we added to our CMS is a lawyer who had previously worked for Amazon on multiple cases, and his name is Robert Kellner. The third person that we have chosen to be part of our CMS is the main spokesperson for Amazon, Kelly Nantel, who handled the crisis situation amazingly, so therefore she would most likely continue to do a great job. Our fourth person is the head of human resources, Beth Galati, who had just been hired in 2022, so she stands as a good representation of Amazon's transition from this crisis event in 2021 to new beginnings in 2022. The fire chief of Edward, Illinois' fire department, James Whiteford. And then second, we have the police chief of, again, Edwardsville, Illinois, Michael Philback. And these two people are a good bridge between the community and Amazon. And then for spokespeople, we chose to go with the founder, Jeff Bezos, and then the main spokesperson, Kelly Nattell. And then we also decided to go with people who were more familiar with the community, aka the chief of the fire department, James Whiteford, and then the chief of the police department, Michael Philback.
Here we have our new sample messages for our press release. To start off, during the pre-crisis, we have our new workplace app. Our app will serve as a secure channel between Amazon and its employees. Employees will be able to log into their profile and manage their work schedule, maintain being informed, receive weather updates, receive safety updates, and more. Employees will also be able to make anonymous safety reports and/or safety and health concerns to maintain employee satisfaction. Moving into the crisis phase, we will be using Instagram as our primary sample message. Through Instagram, we plan to keep the community updated as the crisis happens by creating informational posts that promote action, empathy, and care. We also plan to restore Amazon's reputation through a campaign focused on caring for those affected by the tragedy and promoting the foundations that have been resources for the community of Edwardsville, Illinois. Finally, we have the post-crisis phase. During this phase, we release a press kit. In the press kit, we will make 3 major statements. First, that Amazon is making big changes to the company's safety procedures. We will create new safety protocols and monthly training sessions in preparation of any future crises. Secondly, we will have a new safety administration team focused on training, prevention, and detection. Lastly, we will put emphasis on our new workplace app that serves as an efficient internal communication tool between Amazon and its employees. For the print ad, we chose a copy-heavy print ad. The reason we chose to do a copy-heavy print ad was to share the information with the public. Rather than use another ad like the picture window type, we used a copy-heavy print ad to make it seem more genuine and informational, instead of having the public believe we may try to use emotional appeal to manipulate them. We chose to rely on logos instead of pathos to avoid any kind of negative reaction from the public. The copy-heavy print ad allows us to provide an ample explanation of the complicated process we use to improve our crisis management skills.
We have a 30-second promo that focuses on how we are striving as a company to maintain our standard of delivering with prime care and how we are working to combat the crisis. With that being said, we also have a second branch, which we call the shooting script. This is the director's guide to produce the desired spot for our company. You can see how we have specific camera angles and specific instructions for how our visuals and audios will match up to create the perfect ad. We make it clear that our goal is to make our customers happy as well as keep our employees safe. The job is never finished when it comes to crisis management.
For our pre-crisis message, we decided to update our Instagram account on the weather. During the actual crisis event, we decided to go with a transparency approach where we just let everyone know that Amazon was working with first responders. Our first of 3 post-crisis message was a blank screen to show a moment of memoriam for those that have lost their lives. We decided not to do anything regarding any type of design, just out of respect for the victims. And then our last 2 post-crisis posts were advertising the grants and relief funds that Amazon was sponsoring for the community, allowing employees to schedule their training and then also report any safety misconduct. And then goal 3 was accomplished by focusing the working environment on the safety and well-being of employees, and therefore changing stakeholders' opinions of Amazon's treatment of employees. This is the home site of Amazon Workspace, and as you can see, there is an orange banner for emergency updates, and then underneath is a bulletin board where it's team updates, so each employee will be assigned to a specific team, and each specific team will be assigned to their own specific notification. We also decided that an emergency contact would be integrated into this app, so if there was a crisis situation, depending on the specific facility, there can be an alert to not only the phone of the employee, but also the phone of their emergency contact number to let them know, hey, there's a situation going on. And this was implemented because of the crisis situation where a lot of family members reported being in the dark concerning their loved ones.
For our first evaluation, the objective was to change attitudes. This involved decreasing the panic and unrest surrounding the staff, employees, and townspeople in and around the impact area of future storms like the one that hit Edwardsville. For our strategies, we opted to communicate via social media posts to more immediately and urgently get the word out to our employees and citizens of the town we are located in. These announcements should be focused on safety information to allow for employees and those affected to feel safe in the upcoming storm or natural disaster. We also wanted to utilize our personal app to send out mobile alerts to bypass the need for checking social media for those directly in the path of the storm or those working in locations we expect to be impacted by the storm. For our evaluation, we wanted to utilize social media analysts to measure our social media interaction level and response, while also interacting with users to gauge whether they feel safe in the impacted area. We also want to keep an eye on both the tone and attitude of messages targeted at Amazon, measuring public opinion. For the explanation, according to Amazon, the main reason lives were lost was a result of employees not following safety procedures. The recruitment of trust from the public should inherently increase the trust in our employees as well. Our second evaluation was focused on the objective of sharing information, which involves increasing Amazon's ability to send and receive prioritized health and safety information. For our strategies, we wanted to craft a press kit which prioritizes our advancements in employee care and representation through our employee app, spreading awareness and increasing usage. We also wanted to post on Instagram with pictures of happy employees and uplifting stories in which ways the company has helped its employees, as well as important safety information. For the evaluation, we should be further utilizing social media and app usage metrics along with social media analysts to determine the effective outreach of our new employee app. Number of employees using the app, daily usage numbers, complaint reports, etc. should all be brought into consideration. We should also be measuring the response to our efforts in support of this new app on our social media pages, with likes and comments being counted and sorted. As for the explanation for this evaluation, Amazon has faltered in terms of public and employee trust of late, with the tornado in Edwardsville only exacerbating the issue and further calling Amazon's care for the safety and well-being of its employees into question. We can best address this by attacking the issue at its core and what caused the loss of life in the first place. More effective means of relaying health and safety information for employees, especially in times of crisis. Our third and final evaluation was focused on the objective of changing behaviors. To do this, we wanted to establish regular tornado and weather safety drills at every Amazon warehouse to prepare employees in the event of a weather crisis. Our strategies for this involve having all employees sign up for an employee app that sends regular weather updates and informs employees when the next safety drill is, and creating better communication channels to keep in touch with all employees, like a PA system that can quickly relay information to all employees in the warehouse. For the evaluation for this, we wanted to ensure the success of the Worker app, so we'll be requiring all employees to download the app when hired. Afterwards, we will record the app usage of employees to make sure that employees are actually using the app. After this, we will be sending each employee surveys asking if they feel prepared for a weather crisis and how effective they feel the PA system is for keeping all employees in contact with each other. If the results of our analysis indicate that employees are not using the app or do not feel prepared, then we will reformat the app to make it more user-friendly and change the drills so that they target specific problems employees have with the current drills. For the explanation for this, the tornado crisis in Edwardsville, Illinois, there's a general lack of preparedness in the employees due to a lack of proper safety drills and also due to a lack of proper communication channels. By creating this app and PA system, we essentially connect all employees together so they all have easy contact with one another. With the drills, we are changing the behaviors so they know what to do in the event of a crisis.